What it do, blood? Welcome to Thug Notes, your main hookup for classical literature summary and analysis. This week we keeping it real with Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Now, C&P is the story of one of the baddest white boys in Western literature, my boy Raskolnikov, or Rhodey as he liked to be called. One day he rolls up to the house of some old crusty pawnbroker hag to slang some of his bling for that rent money. Now after this hoe does my boy straight dirty, he goes to the local pub where he overhears some other hustlers talking mess about this old hag. Man, it sure would be cold and righteous if some badass mother just went up and glocked that bitch, you know? Do society a favor and give her money to the po, know what I mean? So Rhodia steps up, grabs himself an axe, and bam! Straight murks that bitch like a cold-blooded gangster. Just when he about to bounce, her sister rolls in. So pop, that bitch goes down and Rhodia bails before the police arrive. Now days pass and my boy Rhodia tries to shake the funk of murdering someone. News comes that a detective by the name of Porfiry Petrovich wanna holler at our boy. Oh snap! Porfiry Petrovich lays down the gauntlet and says, Rhodia, stop fronting. I know it was you that killed these bitches. But Rhodia doesn't fall for that trap and shakes off that player hater. Still tortured by that whack-ass deed, Rhodia seeks solace in the arms of some nasty trick named Sonya. Now Sonya gets all crunk and tells him that he gotta turn himself into the popo in order for God to forgive him. So Rhodia goes to the middle of the market and kisses the ground to beg God for forgiveness. Then he confesses to Porfiry and is pinched by the 5-0. Only the hard labor of prison life in Siberia can give our boy Rhodia salvation. Now, if your bitch ass be paying attention, you might have noticed that Rhodia's article sounds a lot like Nietzsche's writing on the Ubermensch. You might even say that Dostoevsky's conclusion that one must embrace suffering to achieve redemption is a big f*** you to Nietzsche's postmodern nihilism. You heard me? Peep this motif, son. The recurring disjoint between contemplation and experience. At first, my dog Rhodia thinks he knows what's up just cause it sounds all good and righteous in his head. For example, homeboy think he can just ghost a bitch and not trip. But on the real, actually killing a bitch is too much for this pimp juice to bear. Yeah, this is real talk right here. The Christian symbolism is underlined by the pagan symbols of the earth. When that hoe Sonya tells Rhodia to confess, she tells him to kiss the ground, acknowledging the earth as the baby mama of all men. It's like this stunner is making a transition from a cold, hard-ass rationalist into a red-blooded human being, you heard? You also best be looking out for Dostoevsky's use of duality up in this heezy. First off, Raskolnikov's name straight up means schism, which in basic English means divide. Now what it means is that my boy Rhodia be playing both sides of the court in a whole bunch of ways. Sensibility and intelligence, self-sacrifice and self-assertion, God, man, God, good and evil. I could go on, player. Look, if you ain't read this shit, you need to get your ass to the public library and get yourself a copy. Thanks for tuning in to Thug Notes, blood. See your ass next week.